Good morning, students. I welcome you all on today's class. Students, in the previous video, I have taught you the chapter number 9, My Unknown Friend, written by Stephen Leacock. On that day, we did reading of the chapter. Now, today, I'll explain you the same portion. So let's begin the chapter. He stepped into the compartment of the pullman. Now see, the meaning of pullman is, it is a luxury railway carriage. Like it's a train in which a very rich people can go, can sit. Okay, so it was a full of luxury. So he stepped into the compartment of the pullman. So it's a train which was full of all the luxurious things, where I was sitting alone. Now the writer was all alone and a man entered into that compartment. He had a long fur-lined coat and he carried a $50 suitcase. Now, he had two things. One, he simply wore a full long coat and in his hand, one suitcase was there and in that suitcase, it was a $50. Clear? Then, and it was a $50 suitcase, means suitcase was very expensive. Then he saw me. That man saw the writer. Well, he said, and recognition broke out all over his face like a morning sunlight. Now, as soon as he said, well, I started recognizing the person. So, and recognition broke out all over his face. So, he was fully expressed by his face. The way he said, well, it was looking that he was a well known to the writer and writer was well known to that man. Well, I repeated. As the person said, yes, how are you? Then in the same way we used to give the answer, no? That yes, we are fine and what about you? So that was the conversation. As soon as the man entered into the compartment, he saw the writer and he said, well, and then he tried to recognize his face. At the same time, the writer also said this, yes, well, everything is fine and well. So he repeated, by Jove, he said, shaking hands vigorously. Now, the man who entered into the compartment, he shook his hand to with the writer vigorously. Who would have thought of seeing you? Now see the conversation of the two people. Then he said that the man who had just entered, he said that, who would have thought to seeing you here? Okay, sometime whenever we meet our friends after several years of time, then what we say, that I have not imagined even that I'll meet you. So in the same way, the person asked to the man that who would have thought to see you here? Who indeed, I thought to myself. Then the writer also thought that who indeed, that even I was not thinking that I will meet you here in this compartment. He looked at me more closely. Now, the man who had already entered into the compartment with a long fur coat, with a suitcase of $50, he looked at the writer more closely. You haven't changed a bit. And he said that you have not at all changed. Neither have you, said I heartily. Then the writer said, even you have not changed. But children, the word is written, said I heartily. So this said I heartily is a question itself for the writer. Writer said that. Suppose if somebody asks you that you have not changed at all, then we say, okay, thank you. You have, like, you are also not changed at all. Okay, we say like this if we know the person. But writer was not knowing him at all. So as soon as the person said to him, you have not changed at all, at the same time, the writer also said, even you have not changed. But was it true? That's why it is written as said I heartily. Whether I have said these words from my bottom of heart, from my heart, whether the word that I have said that you have also not changed, is it true? Was it true? No, it was not at all true, because the writer was not knowing that person. He was not knowing that who the man was, and that's why he simply said that really you have also not changed. So said I heartily. It is a question itself for the writer. That writer didn't say this thing from his heart. And all the time I was wondering who he was. Now, writer didn't show that. He doesn't know that person, but he didn't make him realize that he is not knowing him. So every time he was thinking in his own mind that who the person is, but he did not tell anything to that man. He did not show him that I do not know that who you are. And all the time I was wondering who he was. I didn't know him from Adam. Now the meaning is I didn't know him from Adam. Now children, you must have heard that Adam and Eve. This is the story that they are the first men and women on this earth. Yes, the Adam and Eve, they are the first person on this earth. According to the Bible, children, it is said that Adam and Eve, they are the first person on this earth. So, what the writer had said, he said that I didn't know him from the Adam. It means I do not know who is this man. I do not know him at all. So I didn't know him from Adam. I couldn't recall him a bit, and even I am not able to recall this person. True, I find it very hard to remember people's name. Okay, I accept that. I can't remember the name of the people. Okay, I can't remember, sometime I can't remember the face. I can't remember the names. 2. It is hard for me to recall a face. Like, I am not able to recall the face. I am not able to remember the name. And frequently I fail to recall person's appearance. And most of the time I simply forget that what is the appearance of a person. And of course, clothes are thing one doesn't notice. But apart from these details, I never forget anybody, and I am proud of it. Okay, so I never recall the name. I never recall the face. But still, if I talk to someone, I met someone, then I do not forget the person, and I am proud of it. Okay, like after meeting and after having one or two conversation, I remember everything. But still, I am talking to this person, but I am not remembering about the who is the person, this man. I am not at all remembering. Next. But apart from these details, I never forget anybody, and I am proud of it. But when it does happen that a name or a face escape me, I never lose my presence of mind. That how it has happened with me that I do not remember the face. I am not able to recall the name. What has happened to my mind? So the writer was all confused that why I am not able to recognize this person. I know just how to deal with the situation. It only needs coolness and intellect. Now, the writer decided in his mind that definitely I know how to tackle with this situation. I have to be very cool and intellect. And the meaning of intellect is the ability to think and reason intelligently. I have to answer all his questions with my own intelligence power. So I have to be very intelligent. I have to talk to this man with full cool mind. And it all comes right. And then everything will be right. And I'll be able to remember that from where the person had come. My friend sat down. It's a long time since we met, he said. A long time? I repeated with something of a note of sadness. Then I started talking to the person so that I may recognize that who the man is. So when the person said that it's a long time to meet you, then even I said that yes, it is a long time to see you. I wanted him to feel that I too had suffered from him. So he said this in a sad mood because he just wanted to show him that I also know you, and as you were missing me in the same way I was also missing you. But it has gone very quickly. Like a flash, I agreed cheerfully. Then the person said, but it's a long time to meet you, to see you. But the time had gone very vigorously, very fast. So I said, the time had passed like a flash. Strange, he said, how life goes on and we lose track of people and things alter. I often think about it. I sometimes wonder, he continued, where all the old gangs are gone too. Then he said that the life has gone, okay, on, and we lose the track of people, things alter, and we lose the people to whom we were meeting, all those friends, like when we all were friends. Now everyone had gone to their own places. We all had become old now. So the time has passed. So do I said. In fact, I was wondering about it at the very moment. I always find in circumstances like these that a man being sooner or later to talk of the old gangs or the boys or the crowd. That's where the opportunity comes in to understand who is he. Now, the writer had started talking about the friends, and he thought that the man will also talk to him, and the man will talk about his old days. The man will talk to him about his friends, about the crowd, about the place from where the two had come. Okay, so they will talk about the place where they were living. So in this way the writer will understand that who the person is. Understood? So suppose if we meet to some stranger, and then if the person talks to us, and he then we try to remember, simply we try to remember that who the person is, and we get everything about the person if the person take the name of the place, if that person takes the name of the friends, then definitely we used to remember, yes, that was the place and these were the friends, so you were one of them. So in that situation it become very easy for us to remember, to recall everything. But now the writer was giving full upon, like writer was giving all the clues so that the person can talk about the old days, the old friends, the old crowd, and the old place, so that the writer can recognize or remember about the person who is he. Did you ever go back to the old place? He asked. Never, I said firmly and flatly. That person asked me, have you ever gone to the old place? I said, no. This had to be absolute. I felt that once and for all, the old place must be ruled out of the discussion till I could discover where it was. So simply he said that no, I had never gone to the place, because May be possible that if I'll say that no, I have never gone to the place, the person will say something about the place, and at that time I'll be able to recall that who the man is. So children, this is all about the detail of the lesson. Now in the next part of the video we'll see the next. Thank you.